Welcome to my video. Well, today we're going to be trying to draw a pumpkin using Paintshop Pro X7. I have already started the program. Now I'm going to go into Edit, and I want to create a new file. So I'll click on File, New. I want my new file to be 1024 by 768. So I have filled in this value. Since that's what the last value was, I'm getting some things defaulted in because that's what I have been working on. So anyway, the width is 1024, the height is 768, resolution is 72. These are all pixels and pixels per inch. Image characteristics, raster background. The color depth, RGB, 8 bits per channel. Color is transparent. And it looks like it's going to take about 3 megabytes to create my file. I'm going to click OK. Alright, so I want to start drawing. So I'm going to click on the selection tool. I want an ellipse. I had not put feathering on before, but I think I would like some feathering this time. And I'm going to select from my materials palette, color orange. With my ellipse, I'd like to make an ellipse. Okay, I started in the wrong place. So let's just edit, undo the selection, and I'll go down to right about here. And I'm going to drag down. I want something that looks not quite as white as an egg. Okay, so I'm hoping you can make that out. I've got the dancing ants here. And I want to have the oval filled with something. But before I do, I want to create a new layer. I'm going to go to Layer, New Raster Layer, and we'll just leave the name for now. We could rename it if we wanted to. Have my selection. The new raster layer is selected. Got my color. Going to go over to here, Flood Fill Tool. It's possible you might have one of the other options selected. So if you do, just click on the arrow to the right and select Flood Fill. Okay, so I want another exact layer. So I'm going to duplicate. And now with this layer, I'll go to the Move tool. Click on that. If you have the Pick tool selected, then you just click the down arrow to the right of it, select Move. Okay, so I want to move this. So I'm going to just move it across. Now you will see I now have 2. Okay, I'm going to duplicate again. Now I have 3. Now, there's a problem. I want to be able to tell where these things go over each other. But can't. I can't see any separation. So I'm going to take this raster 2. I'm going to go into Effects, 3D Effects, Drop Shadow. And as you can see here, I have a horizontal -3 and a vertical of 3. So I'm going to get part of the shadowing that I want. See in a minute what I mean. Well, I've got it. I'm just going to click OK. I'm going to go back into Effects, 3D Effects, Drop Shadow. This time I want a shadow on the other side. I'm going to take it up to +3. And I'm going to say OK. Then I'm going to select a different layer. But I still have my selection up there, so that might be a little problematic. So I'm just going to go Selections, select None. Now you will see that if I move it out, I've got that. So I want to bring these selected ones to the top. And as you see, now I've got it. I'm just using the arrow key to move it over. I want to get it just about in place. Okay, now you can see here that we've got a good start on our pumpkin. In fact, if we wanted to have a thin pumpkin, I think we're in pretty good shape. So let's do the thin pumpkin first. All right. So I think we would both agree that this pumpkin, by putting those lines around, those drop shadows, we can tell quite well that we've got what we have. So I'd like to put a little place where the vine hooks to the pumpkin. To do that, we're just going to take our pen tool. And with the pen tool, we have a number of different modes. We have edit mode, we have knife mode, we have draw lines and polylines, we have draw point to point, and we have draw freehand. I'm going to use draw freehand. Doesn't look like I can see very well. So what I'm doing right now is I am using the mouse wheel and to make things larger. Okay. So I have a new raster layer. Now I'm going to use that. Now the color I want is not in here. What I'm going to do is double click on this. And I want it to be green. So I'm just going to drag the red all the way down, the blue all the way down, and I've got green. And I kind of like that color green. Now, of course, you could go into other ways of getting it. You could go to the wheel and you could select the color from the wheel. That would be perfectly fine too. But I tend to use the sliders a lot. So anyway, we need a stem. Whoops, okay. Now I just go to here. Drag this down a little bit. Drag this up a little bit. Now that's pretty good. Okay, now I want to fill the rest with the same color green. So what I'm going to do is take my plug fill, just fill it in. Whoa, I think I did something wrong. Okay, so somehow, still another groove. Okay, so I'll go back to the van. There, that's fine.